Hello there, parents. So in my previous video, we learned 5 strategies to help you adopt better posture when you take care of your disabled child at home. I suggest that you go watch this video if you haven't seen it yet. Today, we talk about 5 other strategies that will help you avoid injuries due to poor posture while taking care of your child. Strategy number 6, position yourself next to the task. In order to adopt a good posture with a straight back without any rotation, it is important that you position yourself next to the task you have to accomplish. For example, if you want to put on your child's socks while he is lying in bed, it is best to position yourself at his feet to do so, to keep your spine straighter. If you are placed, for example, at the level of your child's pelvis, you will have to turn your trunk and your neck to do the task, which is mending for your joint. Get into the habit of moving along the bed when caring for your child. It is safer to move along the bed than to keep your feet fixed on the floor and rotating your back. Strategy number 7, place your tools in front of you. It's not only important to position yourself strategically in front of your child to allow you to adopt a better posture, but it's also important to place your tools properly. So if you have to turn a lot of time to grab diapers, wet wipes, clothes, suction machine on the shelf behind you, you spend a lot of energy and you are at risk of hurting your back. The best thing is to prepare your tools and place them in front of you, perhaps on the bed, very close to you, so you don't have to turn the trunk to reach them. Using a small trolley on wheels or an hospital table could be a good solution to keep your work tools at reach when caring for your child. If you cannot keep your equipment close to you during a task, I strongly encourage you to move on your feet to access it rather than turning your trunk. You will take more steps, but will spare your spine. Strategy number 8, get closer to your child. It is important that you get as close as possible to your child when providing care. By moving close to him, you avoid having to bend over and to work at arm's length. When providing bedside care, this may mean moving your child closer to you at the edge of the bed. If your child is lying in the middle of the bed, it is likely that you will have to keep your arms away from your body when dressing him, for example. This is a difficult posture for your shoulders. By bringing your child closer to the edge of the bed, you will be able to carry out the care task by keeping your elbow close to your body, which protects your shoulders. You will also have least need to bend over. A little advice regarding the layout of your child's room, if the space allows it. It would be clearly better for you to be able to move around on both sides of the bed for your comfort. If your child's bed is installed along the wall, it is likely that it will be less well positioned, for example, to dress the side of his body that is further away from you. Being able to have access to both sides of the bed will allow you to adopt better posture throughout the care. Getting closer to your child doesn't only refer to bed care. Indeed, it is also important to get close to your child when he's sitting in his chair, stroller, or any other adapted equipment. Sometimes certain part of the equipment can prevent you to get closer to your child and thus force you to adopt poor postures. In this image, the footrest on the little girl's stroller prevents me from getting closer to attach her belt, which requires me to work at arm's length. In this other image, I have tilted the footrest on the stroller to free some space and can therefore get closer enough to adopt a better posture while I attach the harness and belt. So make sure to move away all obstacles, whether in the environment or directly on your child's equipment, so that you can move closer to him to do your task. By being closer to your child, you will automatically have a tendency to have a straighter back and will keep your arms close to you. Strategy number 9, stand diagonally. This strategy is very useful when you care for your child lying in his bed. To avoid twisting your trunk when you're outside of your child's bed, it could be best sometimes to position yourself diagonally to the bed. In this image, I put a t-shirt on the child. If I stand parallel to the bed to do it, I tend to twist my trunk during the task, which requires me to constantly readjust my position. This time, if I position myself diagonally in relation to the bed, I can put its sweater on without turning my spine. So positioning yourself diagonally rather than parallel to the bed can therefore be better for maintaining a good back posture.
Strategy number 10, using a bed pad as an extension.
Sometimes in some situations, we find ourselves at arm's length in certain tasks. In some cases, it may be interesting to use extension to be able to adopt a better posture. For example, bed pads that are used to protect mattresses can act as extensions when caring for your child in bed. If, for example, you want to turn your child on his side in bed during a diaper change, you may find yourself within arm's length to do this turning, especially if your child is quite large and tall. You could choose to use the bed pad he is lying on as an extension to do the turn, as shown in this video. In this example, the bed pad gives me an extra length to avoid bending over and working at arm's length. So I will come back to you in a future video on different ways to use a bed pad as a transfer tool. So today we saw 5 other strategies to help you adopt better posture while you're taking care of your child at home. I'm interested in knowing which of the strategies presented today seems most applicable to your reality at home. Please go write it in the comments. Please go subscribe to my YouTube channel to be notified when I publish new videos. I invite you to go visit my website, ensantepourtoi.com, where you will find lots of articles about different ways to simplify your life as a parent.